What is up, crew? It is Tuesday. It is Spencer, and welcome to FTM Transtastic. I know it's not Sunday. You're not used to seeing me on this day, and it's not that anyone has left. We just switched around a little bit. So Spencer's on Tuesdays, Finn's on Fridays, Reed's on Saturdays, and everybody else, I'm not too sure, but they're all over the place. So watch this week to get to know where everyone is again. And this week is our free week. So free week, we get to talk about anything and everything that we want to talk about. So I'm going to talk about something that I think is very important. At least it's very important to me. It's a topic that we have been going on over Transtastic forever. But it's a certain aspect that we actually never had a perspective to go off of until now. So as you guys know, I'm a twin. And the topic that I'm talking about is being trans and being a twin. I am a fraternal twin, and that identity is a huge part of my life, as well as my trans identity. It's really hard to come out to somebody who you literally shared the moon with for 9 months, who should be so close to you and know you like the back of their hand, and yet not know this thing that is such a huge part of you. With me, I have my good friend Chris Rhodes. We're going to tackle some questions about being twins and being trans, and the trials, tribulations, and triumphs that come along with it. So first, let's just jump into introductions. As you guys know, my name is Spencer. I am a 23-year-old trans individual. I identify as a non-binary trans individual or transmasculine. I use they, them.
Hi, my name is Chris. I am a 23-year-old trans guy. I go by he, him, his pronouns, and I am an identical twin. I have a list of questions I'm going to go through and answer that Spencer sent me. So, describe the relationship you have with your twin. So, me and my twin are pretty much best friends. She's my life partner, my business partner. We run a clothing line together, Flaunt Streetwear is one of her shirts. You should check them out. They're really awesome. She's always been the person that I talk to about anything and everything. She's just my favorite person in the entire world. Our relationship is really good and really close. We just get along really, really well. We have everything in common. We were the same major in college. We're both designers. We play the same sports. We have the same friend group. Everything very, very alike.
So I have a twin brother. His name is Ellington. He and I are very close. We actually have talked to each other every day since we were 13 years old. We have our own language. It's really a mixture of Hebrew and English, but it's still our own, and it makes me really happy to say that we have that. He is definitely one of my biggest supporters and my toughest motivators. I literally would not be the person that I am today without him. We have no problem being 100% with each other, and that is something that I cherish the most out of our relationship. He and I are very similar, yet we are our own person. Our similarities include we had similar majors in college. We graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Medical Administration, and I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry. Another one is that he and I both were all-district basketball players, as well as played basketball in college. I played D1, he played D2. And then another one is we both absolutely adore J. Cole. Like, it's unbelievable. We, like, fanboy hard. Like, J. Cole's our ish. But our differences are also astounding. For one, Ellington is completely anti-gun and anti-war, yet I served in the Air Force for 5 years. Ellington does not like tattoos and piercings, though I have 7 rock septum and gauged ears. And Ellington will not be caught dead listening to Taylor Swift, though she is probably my favorite artist of all time. How does your twin identify? So my twin brother identifies as a heterosexual male.
My twin identifies as a female and as a lesbian. How did they react when you came out? When I came out as trans, Courtney had a really hard time with it, and this is mostly because our identities have always been like really interwoven, and because we're identical and we've always been so alike. So me coming out as trans, she didn't know how it affected her being identical to me, and it was the first thing that we ever weren't on the same page about. So it was kind of hard for her to wrap her head around it, and she did kind of resist it at first, but mostly I just think because it was the first thing that we both didn't feel exactly the same way about something. But once she got over that initial hurdle of like not knowing how it influenced her, but then realizing it didn't really matter. Like, we still are identical and we're still the same people, and she just wanted me to be happy after she got over that. I mean, she's been my biggest supporter throughout all of this.
My twin brother took it very well, but it was difficult in the beginning. For one, he had no LGBT experience at all. He and I both went to different middle schools, high schools, and colleges, so we actually didn't have a lot of like the same friends. And for me, I had a lot of LGBT friends. Obviously, it's where I felt more comfortable. And he, not that he was homophobic or anything, he was a basketball player, so he had a lot of jocks. He just didn't know any LGBT people in his school. He didn't quite understand hormones. He didn't understand surgeries. He didn't understand why I would want to do this if I was not completely changing. And then he got educated and realized that those things don't mean anything, and he's 100% on board.
How has this affected your relationship? At the beginning, it did kind of put a stress on us when I came out and she didn't really understand it. It was there was like a little bit of resentment on both ends. Her thinking that I was breaking away from being identical to her, and then me resenting that my happiness, my overall happiness, didn't seem to matter more than this label of being identical twin. And I honestly think that since I've come out, our relationship has gotten better because I have grown as a person and become more comfortable with myself, and it's just I'm healthier emotionally and mentally. So I think that my relationships with everybody have at least started to improve.
One of the biggest things that he struggled with is my name. As a twin, you're stigmatized to have everything similar from your name to your actions. And Spencer and Ellington are obviously huge differences. It's my name, and he now respects it and loves it. I kind of like let him choose my middle name, which is something that helped assuage the tension, I guess, with it. But that was the biggest thing that he had to get used to. My name and my pronouns. It wasn't that he didn't see me as they, them. It was just he wasn't conditioned to use them. He's now 100% happy that he has a twin who is 100% comfortable in their identity, and he actually enforces my pronouns more than I do. Are you excited or worried about any of the changes to come? So Ellington and I are both excited and terrified. We don't look that much alike, but we do look enough alike to where people will be like, if we say there's twins, they would be like, oh, I can see it now. I have an older brother, and since I was 14 or 15, people have said that I look more like him than I do Ellington, and that actually kind of makes us really angry. You know, being a twin is very much so having the entire world know that you're a twin. And though we are fraternal, we still look enough alike to where the world will see it and get it. I want to still be able to keep that twin visibility, I guess. He's 100% supportive, so it doesn't really matter how it turns out.
I'm excited for the changes, and it also, I mean, I'm not scared of the changes, but it is going to be kind of bizarre to not look exactly the same. But then again, I don't think that we look as alike as a lot of people always have thought we do. I think the older we've gotten, the more we've kind of grown into our own faces a little bit. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. But then again, at some point we're going to stop looking totally identical. But I think that we'll probably still look enough alike that people will at least look like siblings. But I hope that we'll still pass for maybe fraternal twins or something. What else about being a twin and being trans? It was really hard to come out to my twin because I'm closer to her than I am to anybody in the whole world. I know that not everybody's relationship is the same as mine is with Courtney, but if my identical twin could learn to accept me through this change, then I think that anybody in the world should be able to learn to accept anyone going through any change. This person who literally, since the womb, been close with, could accept it. I think that anybody could. Made me appreciate our bond so much because I appreciate that it's hard for her and I don't take it for granted, and I love her so much for supporting me and being my biggest advocate and ally and everything. Always, in my whole life, I've always loved and been so glad to be a twin.
So, my twin identity is something that I I absolutely adore. It's the one thing that I don't mind being labeled as. The one thing that I don't mind people knowing me as. And it's something that I will always, always cherish. My twin brother is a phenomenal human being, and I am very blessed to have him in my life. Honestly, I don't know where I would be without his just unconditional love and support. I don't even know if I would be able to connect to someone as deeply as I do with him. It's definitely, it has been an amazing experience coming out to him and him accepting me and us working together as we figure out not only my trans identity and where I lie, but just how it changes our identities as twins, and seeing that it changes it only for the better. I am 100% grateful for him in my life, and I love him to death.
Yeah, so I mentioned I run Flaunt with my sister. It's a clothing line that gives back to the queer community. All of our designs are aimed at the LGBTQ community. We want to promote confidence and self-love within the queer community. We don't think there's enough brands that are a safe space and also a good something for queer people to go to and wear and want to flaunt. So mostly we just want to promote pride and self-love, and we also donate 15% of our sales to a designated partner who we team up with 2 to 3 times a year. We take applications and we partner with someone to help raise money for gender confirming surgery. So right now we're partnered with this guy Tyler. He's really awesome. We're raising money for his bottom surgery. He's our 3rd partner. And yeah, that's what we're all about. We're about making things for the community and giving back to the community. And if you are interested in buying a shirt and helping Tyler out, go to our website and put his name into the comment section at checkout, and a part of that sale will go towards him. And then be on the lookout for new designs, which we're going to be dropping next week.
You see me rocking this t-shirt often, as well as my Gender Roles Are Dead cutoff and my Pretty Boy shirt. They are the ones who made them. They are awesome. And Chris talked about his company before. All of their information is down below. Chris has his own YouTube channel as well as a Tumblr. It's See the Stars Ablaze. I'll put that down below. And his sister has a YouTube channel. His sister has a Tumblr channel as well, which is My Hand to My Heart, which I'll put her below. Flaunt Streetwear has a Tumblr channel, put them below. And just go out and support. So if you have any questions or concerns about Flaunt Streetwear, how the hell he's so goddamn handsome all the time, be sure to check out Chris's page and his YouTube channel. He's an awesome guy, an amazing friend, and I am super excited that he got to have this chat with me today. Thanks so much for sticking around, guys. It is Tuesday. It is Spencer. Until next time.